Not every rifle capable of taking down a moose is actually built for Alaska. The difference often comes down to bolt design and stock material, not caliber alone. Alaska Department of Fish and Game guidance backs this up directly. This list uncovers the engineering decisions behind 5 rifles trusted by professional guides, details most hunters never learn. One rifle here traces its bolt design back over a century, and guides still swear by it. Let's get into it. Number 5. The Weatherby Vanguard. This rifle earned its reputation by delivering Magnum-grade accuracy at a fraction of the cost of its siblings. Weatherby built the Vanguard using a 2-lug action closely related to the Remington Model 700, a proven design chosen for reliability over novelty. Every Vanguard ships from the factory with a documented sub-MOA accuracy guarantee, a promise most rifles in this price range cannot make. Here is what most people miss about this gun. That accuracy guarantee is not a marketing claim. Weatherby test fires every rifle before it leaves the factory to verify it meets that standard. This quality control step influenced how hunters view budget rifles entirely, proving that precision does not require a premium price tag. The Vanguard weighs 7.75 pounds and carries a 24-inch barrel. Chambered in calibers from .223 up to .338, Winchester Magnum, it holds 3 to 5 rounds, depending on configuration. Compared to the heavier Remington Model 700, the Vanguard trades some barrel length for a lighter overall package. The trade-off here is material. Its matte-finished steel does not resist corrosion as well as stainless, so it demands more attention after wet Alaska days afield. This rifle was engineered as a working hunter's tool, built for reliable field performance rather than collector prestige. Next on this list, a rifle whose action traces directly back to a Marine Corps sniper platform. Number 4. The Remington Model 700. Few actions in American firearms history carry more documented pedigree than this one. The Model 700 became the foundation for the Marine Corps M40 sniper rifle, a platform built for exactly one purpose: consistent, long-range accuracy under demanding conditions. That military heritage did not happen by accident. Remington engineered the 700 around a 2-lug bolt action with a full-length receiver, a design chosen specifically for rigidity. Manufacturers and gunsmiths have used this action as a platform for custom builds for decades, a level of trust earned through documented performance. Museums and collectors alike recognize the 700 as a benchmark design in post-war American rifle engineering. Here is what most people miss about this gun. The same rigid receiver that made it attractive to military precision shooters is what makes it a favorite among Alaska hunters chasing sub-MOA accuracy on brown bear and moose. That structural stiffness under the bolt reduces flex during firing, directly improving shot-to-shot consistency, a detail rarely discussed outside gunsmithing circles. The Model 700 weighs approximately 9 pounds and is offered in barrel lengths from 16.5 to 26 inches. Chambered in calibers spanning .243 to .458, capacity runs 3 to 5 rounds in an internal box magazine. Compared to the Weatherby Vanguard covered a moment ago, the 700 carries roughly 1.25 pounds more weight, the cost of that added rigidity. That extra weight is the genuine trade-off. It matters less when a hunter is covering short distances from a stand, and matters more on a multi-day pack hunt through Alaska backcountry. Remington designed this action for dedicated precision shooting, a role it has filled since its introduction in 1962. Next on this list, a rifle whose bolt throw was engineered to solve a problem most hunters never even notice. Number 3. The Browning X-Bolt. This rifle solves a problem that plagues many bolt-action hunting rifles: slow, awkward cycling under field pressure. Browning engineered the X-Bolt around a 60-degree bolt throw, a documented reduction from the traditional 90-degree throw found on many competing actions. Browning introduced the X-Bolt as a modernization of its earlier A-Bolt platform, refining the action geometry and scope mounting system in the process. The company built this rifle around its X-Lock system, a proprietary mounting standard designed to keep optics secured under recoil. Hunting publications have documented the X-Bolt's accuracy consistently since its release, cementing its place among serious hunting rifles. Here is the engineering decision that changed everything. That shortened 60-degree bolt throw was not just about speed. Browning designed it specifically to clear low-mounted scopes without the bolt handle striking the optic during cycling, a detail most hunters never consciously notice but rely on every time they work the action fast. The X-Bolt weighs 6.7 pounds and carries a 22-inch barrel in standard chamberings, extending to 26 inches in Magnum calibers, up to .338 Winchester Magnum. Its 3-lug bolt design feeds from a rotary magazine holding 3 to 4 rounds. Compared to the Remington Model 700 covered previously, the X-Bolt weighs over 2 pounds less, a meaningful difference on a long day of walking. That reduced weight comes with a trade-off. A lighter rifle transmits more felt recoil to the shooter, something that matters far more with heavier Magnum loads than with standard calibers. Browning designed the X-Bolt as a mobile hunting platform, built for hunters who prioritize carrying comfort over long-distance shooting bench stability. Coming up, a rifle whose bolt uses nearly triple the standard number of locking lugs, for a reason rooted in extreme chamber pressure. Number 2. The Weatherby Mark V. Roy Weatherby built this action in the 1950s to solve a problem his own cartridges created. His Magnum rounds generated chamber pressures higher than most rifle actions of that era were designed to handle safely. Weatherby's answer was a 9-lug bolt, a radical departure from the 2- and 3-lug designs common across the industry. This documented engineering decision distributed bolt thrust across 9 contact points instead of 2 or 3, a solution built specifically to contain his high-pressure cartridges. The Mark V has remained in continuous production since 1957, a testament to the soundness of that original design. Here is the engineering decision that changed everything. That 9-lug bolt allowed a shorter 54-degree lift, a tighter throw than the Browning X-Bolt's 60-degree action covered earlier. Weatherby also offers a 6-lug variant for standard, non-Magnum calibers, a lighter alternative to the full 9-lug action. The Mark V weighs approximately 6.2 pounds in its 6-lug hunter configuration, with a 24 to 26-inch barrel depending on caliber. Chambered from .243 up to .460, Weatherby Magnum, it holds 2 to 5 rounds. Compared to the Ruger Hawkeye guide gun covered next, the Mark V is offered in a far wider range of Magnum calibers, extending well beyond the guide gun's .338 Winchester Magnum ceiling. That caliber range brings a real cost. Full Magnum versions generate substantial recoil, and pricing on premium Mark V models can climb well beyond $1,000. Weatherby designed the Mark V action specifically to unlock the ballistic potential of high-velocity Magnum cartridges, a role it has filled since its introduction. You have waited long enough. Here it is, the rifle Alaska guides trust most. The Ruger Hawkeye guide gun. Ruger built this rifle around a controlled round-feed Mauser-style action, a design dating back to the German Model 98 service rifle. That action type has a documented history spanning more than a century of reliable feeding under adverse conditions. Ruger developed the guide gun specifically at the request of professional Alaska hunting guides, incorporating feedback from people who depend on their rifles functioning flawlessly in extreme cold. The company paired the Mauser-style action with a stainless steel barrel and a laminate stock, materials chosen for their documented resistance to moisture and temperature swings. This is not a rifle built for a catalog. It is a rifle built from field reports. Here is what most people miss about this gun. Controlled round feed means the cartridge rim locks under the extractor claw the moment it leaves the magazine, before the round ever reaches the chamber. This matters because it allows the rifle to feed reliably, even if worked at an awkward angle, a documented advantage over push-feed actions during a fast follow-up shot on dangerous game. The guide gun weighs 8 pounds and carries a 20-inch barrel, chambered in calibers up to .338 Winchester Magnum. It includes a factory-installed muzzle brake, a feature neither the Weatherby Mark V nor the Remington Model 700 offer as standard equipment. Compared to the Mark V's 6.2 pounds, the guide gun carries nearly 2 additional pounds, weight Ruger allocated toward that stainless steel and laminate durability. Compared to the Model 700's 16.5 to 26-inch barrel range, the guide gun's fixed 20-inch length prioritizes handling in tight terrain over extended range performance. That muzzle brake is also the trade-off. It reduces felt recoil substantially, but it increases muzzle blast, a real consideration for hearing protection and for hunting partners standing nearby. Ruger designed this rifle around one specific mission: dependable performance against Alaska's largest game animals, under the coldest and most demanding field conditions. That documented combination of action reliability, cold weather materials, and guide-tested engineering is exactly why it ranks first on this list. Reliability under extreme cold, not caliber alone, separates a rifle built for Alaska from one that simply survives it. Bolt design, stock material, and barrel treatment all factor into that equation just as heavily. Which of these 5 would you trust most in brown bear country? Drop your pick in the comments below. Alaska requires proper licensing and tags for moose, caribou, and bear hunting, and hunters should always verify current state regulations before heading afield. If documentary-style breakdowns of firearms engineering and history are what you come here for, hit subscribe. New rifles, new decades, new documented details every week.